Good morning, Mr. Buzz. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, find 5 beginner bass riffs that sound impressive but are surprisingly easy to learn. Each riff must impress a different demographic, so together they create an unkillable bassist who can save the world from unimpressive trash. You must locate the 5 riffs by the end of the video. This message will self-destruct in 5 seconds. So, impressive riffs you can learn even as a noob? Yes, please. But is every riff gonna impress everyone? Probably not. Mission implausible. But with all 5 of these riffs, you can impress anyone, anytime, any place, anyone. For your first mission, you must impress the oldie. This target will accuse you of being a fake bassist, unless you impress them with an undeniably classic riff. Oldies like oldies. So we need something that proves your diligent study of music history without putting them to sleep. How about something that in 2010, the Library of Congress added to the National Recording Registry? Whatever either of those 2 things are, we can fit the bill with the theme from Peter Gunn. With music written by the great Henry Mancini, Peter Gunn was a private eye television series that aired way back in the 1950s, but somehow we all still know this theme, partly because it's since been covered by more modern artists, including the Blues Brothers, whose version we'll be playing along with because it's in a more bass-friendly key. Duck Dunn kills it on the bass, as always. And this is a great bass line to show the oldie that you know your bass basics, using different fretting fingers, keeping a regular plucking rhythm, and displaying a confident bass face. To play this, hit those 2 open E string notes, index finger on the 2nd fret, back to open, middle finger on the 3rd fret and quickly slide up to the 4th, back to open, then pinky on the 5th fret, middle on the 4th where you left it. If that slide feels too tricky, you can also just ignore the 3rd fret note and play the 4th fret there. With the slide is just a dash more impressive for playing unaccompanied. Alright, I got a 4-string bass, a half a pack of cigarettes, it's dark, and I'm wearing sunglasses. Let's hit it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So is Peter Gunn gonna impress everyone? Probably not, which is why we gotta complete all 5 missions to make your impressiveness bulletproof. With the wrong riff, your second target may accuse you of being a wimp. This is the rocker, who won't be impressed unless you get his headbanging. So we need a riff that rocks, but isn't a shred riff that's too hard to play as a beginner. Something that's not too tough, but still unarguably heavy. The riff from the platinum hit Godzilla by Blue Oyster Cult, which somewhat criminally was never featured in a Godzilla movie until Serge Tankian covered it in 2019's Godzilla King of the Monsters, which I did not see and will not be seeing. On bass is Joe Bouchard, hitting this riff with perfect heaviosity. This is a great beginner riff because it shows you that getting heads to bang isn't all about playing super fast. Here, it's hitting big fat notes on the beat and leaving some space for the lead guitar. This one's got a bit more fretting challenge than Peter Gunn. So start on your index, then index pinky. Now you can either pinky roll or ring finger to 4th fret E string, open A string, index on the 1st fret, and now the weird part, you've got kind of 2 decent choices. You can go ring, middle, back to index, kind of micro shifting your way along, or you can do a big index roll. Index, 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 index. Either way, watch out for your note transitions and try not to let your notes get cut super short, like Go Go Godzilla, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, it's not blinding speed that impresses the rocker. It's showing that you can make his head bang with a solid, chunky riff. And if you really want to show off your riffs with confidence, you need a solid foundation, which you can get efficiently and foolproofedly with my step-by-step Beginner to Badass course. I teach you all the technique and musicianship you need to easily learn impressive songs and riffs, all while we practice and play music together. Click the link below or check it out at BassBuzz.com. Enough about that. We've still got 3 missions to complete to make sure you can impress everyone. Whipping out hard rock riffs will not impress your next target. She is the date, the person you need to trick into thinking you're very cool with a sexy riff. We need a familiar song that gets the juices flowing. Something that says, I've been practicing bass a lot, but I still know how to party. Please like me. The ticket to this party is the sultry intro riff from Smooth Operator by Sade. Bassist Paul Denman's tasty riff has the flavor of a common Latin piano pattern, which you can also hear at the beginning of Stevie Wonder's Don't You Worry About a Thing. What makes this pattern so sensual is its offbeat rhythm. Syncopation is the fancy music theory term for rhythms that emphasize offbeats. Mastering it can be challenging for beginners, which is why I spend a ton of time on it in my Beginner to Badass course. But you can whip out this riff by just feeling the rhythm of a few key notes. But first, let's talk fretting fingering. Pinky, pinky, middle, pinky, index, pinky, shift, middle, index, middle, and then microshift back. You could also play one finger per fret, but shifting is easier for small hands and it saves stretching energy. And the key notes for nailing the rhythm are the D on beat 1, the C sharp on beat 3, there's one strong beat missing where we play off beats, and then the B on beat 3 of bar 2. If you can feel those beats, bum, ba-da-dum, dun, dun, da-dum, bum. The rest should fill in naturally if you know the song. And if you really want to get fancy and dazzle the date with a little more bass chops, you can learn the intro fill. But this requires a technique called pull-offs, which many beginners don't have mastered yet. You fret with the pinky finger and then pull sideways to reveal the middle finger note without plucking. And it's just pinky middle all the way. So either join me on the intro fill or just come in on the core riff. Either way, the date is about to have the time of her life, listening to a song on the bass she didn't ask to hear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Your next target could be your niece, your Minecraft server host, or the kid behind the ice cream counter scrolling TikTok. You must impress the Gens. Wait, what? Oh, the Gen Z, the person who is highly skeptical of you, your dumb bass guitar, and the prospect of ever owning a house. We need something that makes them want to get off their phone, get off your lawn, and learn a real non-digital musical instrument. Help us, Billie Eilish. It's that dope riff from Bad Guy. This bass line was originally programmed on a keyboard by Billy's brother and collaborator, Phineas O'Connell. Good thing we're gonna save it by playing it on a real bass. Suck it, Phineas! Okay, but seriously, what's great about this bass riff is that it carries the whole song. It repeats almost unchanged through all 3 minutes and 14 seconds. Hang on, that's the code from Mission Impossible, Job 3:14. It's all connected! Anyway, here's how to play it. It's 8 bars long, and the first half is just 3 notes. Pinky on the 3rd fret, index on the 1st fret, have fun with it. And then in the next chunk, we play the same riff up a string. The second bar is a bit awkward on electric bass. You can jump a string to that open G, or you can do a sudden shift and play it on the 5th fret of the D. And then finish it out, pinky on the 5th fret, middle on the 4th fret. Hasta lasagna, don't get any on ya. Let's hit it. 1, 2, 3, 4. For your final mission, number 5, you must impress Ethan Hunt himself. He likes Scientology, sequels, and motorcycles, in that order. How could we possibly impress this guy? With the Mission Impossible riff, obviously. Which ostensibly Ethan Hunt hears in his head every time he's doing something reckless. The bassist who originally played this riff was Carol Kaye, the same legendary musician who played on countless LA sessions for the Beach Boys, Elvis, Sinatra, and many more. But composer Lalo Schifrin actually wrote the riff. And get this, the theme's 4 hits are the Morse code --. Guess what that's code for? M-I. So the song itself says Mission Impossible. It's just brilliant. So here's the thing, --. comes to 5 beats in a measure. Most of the music we listen to has 4. And learning to master odd time signatures is a weird, advanced skill most people who aren't Adam Neely don't need. But here's how to make it easier. Don't try to count to 5. Just follow the Morse code, --. It feels like long, long, short, short, long, long, short, short. So if you can say long, long, short, short with me, you can play this groove. Besides the weird rhythm, this riff is pretty easy to physically play. Just index on the 1st fret, middle on the 2nd, pinky on the 3rd. Time to blow Ethan Hunt's mind. Get ready for a 5-beat count-in. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you really want to impress anyone, anytime, it's not just about what riffs you play, it's about how you play them. And I'll explain the secrets of general impressiveness in my 7 bass riffs normal people actually find impressive video. This video will self-destruct in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kaboom!